I want to have a comfortable home. So I will not tell you what I really want to do to Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts. Now I say this to you. If you really believe that this is okay for a woman to say, then you better be a woman. Because only a woman should believe that type of illogic. All right, so what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. I want y'all to understand one thing. When you put yourself in a position where you elevate a woman to a position in your life where she's never been elevated in anyone else's life, or she's been elevated to that position in someone's life and she never measured up to it, you're doing yourself a great disservice, because that woman knows that she does not fit in that position. But never is she going to tell you, you know what, you can do better than me. So when you put a woman in a wife position in your life, you got to understand that she prides herself in being put in that position, even though she knows she's not going to measure up. She knows she's not going to give you what you need in that position. And also, she knows that she's going to milk you for everything that she can, and always have in mind an escape route to get out of that position. You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA. One such example of this is Dwayne Wade. Now, I don't even like to keep talking about Dwayne Wade, but his wife is one of the most disrespectful wives you have ever seen. She is starting to surpass Jada Pinkett as the most disrespectful wife that we have ever seen. Now, you know, she was online talking about how Mike Bibby can get it.
You know, opposing team, look at this. Wade takes Bibby's shoe, and that's his former teammate.
Mike Bibby went over and got his shoe and blah, blah, blah. Game went on. Commentators made a little fun about it. That was cool. That was many moons ago. Neither of those guys is in the league now. Well, recently, Mike Bibby posted a picture, and Mike been in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Bibby is jacked right now. He been in the gym, man. He's built his physique up. And Dwayne Wade's wife, Gabrielle Union, made a post on IG that says,
"At Dwayne Wade, I bet you won't throw this Mike Bibby shoe."
Then she was online talking about how she had this line of suitors after her previous marriage. Oh, the marriage in which she said she had the right to cheat on her husband because she paid the bills.
That first go round, you know,
Okay.
I definitely was not getting Wife of the Year awards.
Okay, good.
I had some focus issues.
Sure.
You know, in our first marriage, neither one of us felt like the marriage should get in the way of our dating.
Right.
And so,
Oh my God, that
part of it
You
was
and I
like
are identical. I was
keeping up with his activities. And I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh, that's what you're doing? Oh, you're going to feel this one.
Right.
And
Okay.
I just felt entitled to it as well. I was paying all the bills. I was working my ass off, and it was just dysfunctional from day one.
Yeah.
Then she had this list of suitors after her marriage that she wanted to rump in the sack with.
I had a bucket list of diddles.
I was say, are we keeping it 100?
Let's keep it a buck. I was like, here is my deep, what do they call it? The Red Sea Scrolls of gentleman colors. I would like to check their avails, check their pulse. And Shaka was like, about 99.99% of that list are boys. And I was like, yes, exactly. I feel tall enough to enjoy this ride. I will strap in, and I will hold my arms up. And I'll buy the picture at the end of the ride.
And I can guarantee you that D. Wade was on that list of suitors. See, it's kind of like with Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. She has dated many men, but Michael B. Jordan fell in love. And look how that played out for him. It's the same thing that happened with Dwayne Wade. He fell in love. Look how that's playing out for him. From having that woman come into his life and change his son into his daughter, to having that woman disrespect him as she talks about other men publicly. And this woman is a married woman talking about her sexcapades publicly. Not one, not two, but many of them. And now she has come out and said, when you hear a woman say something like this, you have to remember that a woman only feels comfortable saying this when she knows as a man, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to say anything. You're going to be the type of man that believes that your wife should be able to say and do whatever she wants to say, because in your household, it's not the man leads and the woman follows. That's not what you do in your household. Listen to Dwayne Wade. So when you hear a man talk about this, you have to keep in mind that that man has no idea what it means to run a household effectively. Because let's be honest, you can say what you want to say. Gabrielle may have made a little money in her time, but her money is nowhere near D Wade's money. D Wade out-earned her in probably a few years compared to her entire career. Because let's be honest, D Wade was a basketball superstar. Superstar, not just star. So I say this to you all. When you're in a situation and your woman is disrespecting you, you have to remember that you allowed her to do that. See, we got to stop blaming women for being who they are. You got to stop blaming a woman for taking a mile when you give her 1 mile. You got to stop blaming a woman for wanting to fly space shuttle when you give her a driver's license. Because the bottom line is the woman shouldn't have had a driver's license in the first place. You shouldn't have gave her the first inch. Now she got 2 miles off that 1 inch. I'm telling you, men, it is okay to have a standard in your life of what your woman is going to do, how she's going to behave, how she's going to engage with you. You must have that standard. For any man who doesn't have that standard, you are depriving yourself of the possibility of joy and satisfaction, not just in your life, but not just in your relationship, but in your life. When you take on a woman in a relationship, it is a burden to a man. It is not this fairy tale, happy-go-lucky experience for a man. It is a huge responsibility for you as a man to take on a woman in a relationship, because it's different. It's difficult for you as a man. You're in a situation as a man where you are allowing yourself to be used. You're allowing yourself to be depended on. You're allowing yourself to be counted on. You're allowing yourself to be responsible for someone else's well-being, not just their well-being financially, but also their protection. And the least you can expect from a woman is for her to behave and do the things that you want her to do, or at the very least have the couth to not do these things publicly. See, this woman is letting the world know that D Wade turned a 304 into a housewife. She is behaving like a 304. It's different for a woman to have a past and now she's not that. She learned from her experiences, but this is the same type of woman. Like, what married woman thinks it's okay to say this about another man? And let's not act like this is the only time she said it. She has a history of this type of behavior. She has a history of going out to the strip club with D Wade's teammates and blowing 20 bands while D Wade is at home. I'm telling you, man, if you think this is okay, you're a part of the problem and you will never be a part of the solution. We have to understand that we build ourselves into the best version of ourselves. Man, it's a hard life to become successful at anything. You think it's easy to become successful as a content creator? Look around. Look around at the content creators who have been doing this for years. Look around at the content creators who have thousands of videos uploaded. Look around at the content creators, man, who have gotten big shout outs and done collaborations with huge content creators and still haven't gotten to the level they want to be at. It's hard becoming successful at anything. Look at all these high school basketball players who are dominating their leagues, and dominating their conferences, dominating their divisions. Look at all these college players that are dominating their divisions, dominating their conferences, dominating their leagues, dominating in the tournament. Very few players make it in the NBA. That's just life. So when you become successful at something, it's due to your hard work, dedication, and grind, man. You've been blessed to be in that situation. So how are you going to do everything that it takes to power your way through all the obstacles that you did in life, and then turn around and allow a woman to interact with you like this? Turn around and allow a woman to treat you like you nothing. Turn around and allow a woman to interact with you, man, like you a sucker. Turn around and allow a woman to disrespect you publicly like this while you still taking care of her. Turn around and let a woman come into your household and wear the pants. Because here's the thing about wearing the pants. If the woman wear the pants, guess who wear the dress, fool? You. So how you going to let a woman come into your household, man, come into your life, man, to make you the one to put on the dress? Look at this. Now help me understand why you men believe that this is okay. Why you men believe that, well, men have done that all the time. Now it's time for women to do it. Okay, well, I guess it's time for you to do what women do. It's time for you to stay at home and cook and clean and put your apron on and be at home, man, being Mr. Mom. The problem is, that's not how it goes. You're supposed to pay all the bills and foot the responsibility of manhood and masculinity, and then still let the woman do all the foul things that she believes men have done. Well, here's the problem. If you didn't do it to that woman don't get to do it to you. If you're going to let a woman do it, go back and get a woman who you did it to and let her do it. It don't work out like that. Do it. Go back and let a woman do it that you, not me, you did it to. You can't. So you got to take a woman who's had it done to her by someone else and let her do it to you. You men have got to stop believing that your only option is to deal with the scarred, damaged, wound-having, psychologically challenged women that are here in America. That's not your only option. When y'all look at this content, these guys talking about passport bro, this, let me tell you something. You ain't got to be no passport bro. Just go somewhere. Go somewhere. See how it is. You ain't got to go to a country, man, that has women who are not your nationality, who are not your race. Go to somewhere that has those. If you're a black man, go to Africa. Go to the Caribbean. Go to Denmark. Go to Bermuda. You don't have to be stuck, man, unless you live a life that keeps you stuck. Focus on building yourself into the best version of yourself and never hand over that power to a woman. It's power to be the best version of yourself. It's responsibility to be the best version of yourself. It represents that you are a man who has focus, determination, drive, and willpower and hustle. So you're going to put yourself in that position by exhibiting that type of power over yourself. And then tell a woman, you come on in and I give you that power because I love you, baby, my pretty little baby. There's nothing you can do to keep me away from you. It makes no sense. So stop believing that you have to put yourself in the wrong position because some woman says you have to. Because the society says if you're a real man, this is what you do. Because guys like Charlemagne and Dame Dash keep talking this craziness about,
well, it's time for women to do it now. The woman is God, she's the creator of life. It's time for her to be in control.
And Dame Dash says,
I would love to see the world with women in control.
You probably would. Because for all that talk you be doing, you ain't never been able to control yourself with women a day in your life. And again, D-Wade, allowing this behavior from his wife is more proof that there are more beta male sim manginas than there are alpha dundas. Which are you? Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.